Guys, so today we're gonna be doing something a little bit different, but it's really important. And it's the top 5 mistakes we make as new players. And to be honest, even as old players, you do that sometimes, alright? So let's get to it. What's up guys, this is your boy Rusian with another Raid Shadow Legends video. So yeah, let's talk about big 5 mistakes we usually make in the game, and most of you are a new player. I made them multiple times. As some of you may know, I probably had about over a dozen accounts. Actually, I definitely had over a dozen accounts. Just for things, testing and everything. And sometimes I made the same mistake in multiple of them, and not on purpose. If you want to become a part of my squad in Raid, click on my link in the description right now and get a free legendary Karato, as well as 4 epics as you level up. Let me show you how. Log out of Player and Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champion. That's all you need to do to get a free Karato, as well as Uugo, Rector Drath, Tagoar, and Mausoleum Mage as you level up. Don't miss out and click on my link right now. Alright, so let's take a look on the 5 big mistakes. Alright, so numero uno. We're gonna be talking about wasting resources in bad champions. Okay, right now, as you guys see, I have a huge roster, but the problem is when you guys start, you don't. And a lot of times what's gonna happen is you're gonna get down to the bottom and you're like, well, I don't have any champions to re-level right now to 6-star. I don't have anything good, so I'll just throw Delver in there, you know? I gotta make her one of my main champions. Is she good enough? She's okay. To be honest, she's not a bad champion if you're starting, but she's not that good later on in the game. At least I never found an use to her. But my point is, you keep spending resources. The account I actually gave away a couple of weeks back, I had so much food in there because I had some good champions, but I really didn't have where to put them. So, because that may happen sometimes. You have good champions, but you have another one that does the job better. So do you need 6-star that champion? Do you need to spend resources to level and everything? Probably not. I mean, eventually, if you have the need, sure, go ahead, but don't do it right away. Alright guys, and number 2 is ignoring speed on your builds. Okay, now, there are 2 ways you can ignore speed. For example, speed tuning your teams is extremely important. I know it's very hard when you're very early in the game. It gets extremely hard because you don't have all the champions you need. I get it. But after a certain point, you need to start really working on speed. So, for example, I don't actually have a lot of gear I would like to. Big mistakes again that I made through the game, but I'm working on that. So one of the things, like for example, Gargo, I love this champ by the way, even before he got buffed. So like in here, for example, I have 45. I need to get more speed on my builds. But like, in the end, I have about 278 speed on here, right? I should have more, but the main thing is, on my arena team, he goes first all the time, okay? I need him to go first so he can place his freeze and take stone skin and everything from the other enemies. One problem, in the most when you're a new player, you're gonna see people doing is just stack an attack, crit rate, critical damage, and ignore a lot of things, even like, for example, accuracy. All right, so, and a lot of times some champions don't need accuracy, it's fine, but you're gonna ignore that. But speed's one of the biggest problems. Another thing too, it may happen sometimes, is you are so concerned to have the right accuracy that you make your dudes so freaking slow that you really can't do anything with them, okay? So just something to keep in mind, guys. It is a lot, but it's something you really have to focus. To be honest, some of your champions, you know, given time with your account, you should really be looking at reaching at least close to 300. And when you start getting to late game, definitely get into that 300, 350. Is that easy? Not really. Are you going to be able to eventually? Yes. But always remember, speed's a big thing in this game. And if you can also speed tune your teams, that makes it even better. Alright, and number 3. And remember, this is for new players. And it's not focusing on campaign. Look, basically, you're not going to get to stage 20 of Dragon as a new player. I mean, maybe after a month or 2. If you're really good, what it means you're not a new player. I mean, it may be a new account, but you're not a new player, right? So for a new player, it's gonna take months for you guys to start getting to stage 20, okay, of any of the dungeons. So where should you focus? Where do you get the gear that actually gonna allow you to be able to get to those dungeons? And it's really campaign. Like campaign, besides the resource you're gonna be getting gems, you're gonna be getting shards, okay, and you're gonna be getting XP. One of the things that is very important is trying to get to brutal. Until you get to brutal, it is okay. If you need to level your food champions on hard, level on hard. If you can only level them on normal, do level on normal. But you have to make sure you reach Brimstone Path and Stage 3 for 2 reasons. Shields will give the most silver, and Brimstone Path gonna give you the most XP for your champions. Now, don't take me wrong, if you can get to Hollowed Halls, still okay, it's pretty decent, okay? But your aim should always be max everything. So you're maxing your XP per energy, and you're maxing your silver per energy, okay? And that's where you need to be. So focus on campaign if you're a new player. Don't stress, don't go trying to run, oh, but I can run stage 5 of the Fire Knight. But you gotta realize you're gonna be getting 3-star gear, okay? Even if you level, end of the day, you're gonna be throwing the garbage in less than a week. Alright, so don't focus on that. Focus on campaign. They also gonna be opening a lot of the Arbiter missions for you, where you're actually gonna get 5-6-star gear that's gonna help you in the game. Number 4, and it's one I still make sometimes, and it's building 2 main champions at the same time. Look, I don't actually have an excuse to why I do it. I just do it. And everybody does, up to a point. But to be honest with you guys, yeah, that's something the most... If you're a new player, and the most if you're free to play, it's a bad idea. As you guys see, I have a lot of champions. Now, if I was to come to Tavern, and I come in here, upgrade skills, you're gonna see, wow, great. So the top ones are all filled up, right? Yeah, well, I'm doing better than I thought. Now, the truth is, I have a lot of them that are still open, as you guys can see, okay? I usually get a dot. I don't know why it wasn't showing, but yeah, that's a problem. So I have so many champions that some of them are booked, okay? Now, the champions I don't have booked are the ones I really have not put into my teams, okay? So, and I ran out of books, and the most we had champion training. So that's a problem. When you're a new account, and the most guys, sometimes you try to level everything together, right? You're not really picking and choosing which one's gonna be helping you the most, and that transitions to everything. In the most, when it goes to masteries, a lot of times you're gonna have a champion you booked, you did everything, you got 6-star, level 60, but no masteries on it. So yes, it's still good, but you're not using the full potential of your champion. So, and then you're gonna start to give the excuse, well, yeah, but I need masteries for this one. And then you realize the one you gave mastery is still level 50 because it was good enough to when you need it right now, but that's it. It doesn't go above that for you. All right, so something to keep in mind. Focus always in the most when you're a new player. Your main champion, whoever you decide gonna be, it can be the champion you chose, right? Like Gallic, Ato, any of the 4 main champions, or it can be someone from the promo code like Supreme Gallic or Karato. Okay, so focus in one and then go to the next one. Now, usually if you're a brand new player, I would say if you go to a next one, right? If you already went for a damage type, go to someone different. Now, I make those mistakes sometimes, but usually I can explain my reason, okay, behind it. But still, it's kind of like, you know, the jury's still out. But yeah, it will happen sometimes, but try to focus like you need a healer, maybe get a healer. Maybe if you don't have a healer, yeah, focus on your damage dealer. That's fine. But don't just throw resources because you have them and you have champions. Doesn't matter if they're good or bad, okay? So focus on that. And the most, your main squad, your 5-man team that you pretty much just throw at everything in the beginning. Focus on those, then focus on everything else. All right, and number 5. I feel number 5 is when you start moving towards mid-game-ish, around level 50, because I will mostly advise not to go too crazy with events and championships or anything until then. But it is not managing energy and resource on events, etc. So big problem. If you guys see, we just left a lot of events, right? We had a lot of stuff going on the last few weeks, fusion, all that good stuff. I was going to use another word, but I don't want to be beeped, okay? But so right now I'm starting to build back. So I have 4 sacreds. Usually you need 7 to complete anything that requires shards to open, okay? So in this case, I have 4 ready. Now, how do I get those shards? I'm not buying them. I get them from Clan Boss, I get them from Doom Tower, and the monthly shard you get. Okay, so, but right now is save, because things are gonna be happening. I have 5 voids and 19 ancient. Now, to be honest with you guys, I was completely clean as soon as last month, okay? So I just start building them back up. And yeah, just running Clan Boss on everything. I been really thin on energy. To be honest with you guys, I have probably no reserve right now. The only thing I really have to do is clean up this thing. I just need space, but yeah, so out of energies completely. This is my main account, it's not a free to play, so I may argue to actually buy some energy if I see a good sell. Usually I don't spend on energy. I don't feel you need to spend much. $29 worth of energy. If you know how to manage your resources, you should be fine. Okay. More than that, you are just burning through. All right. So managing that, I can manage all my free-to-play accounts. So it's really the end of the day picking what events to go through. Okay. You're gonna see a lot of beta events and they're gonna give you an Eternal Soul Stone. And yeah, it's great, but kind of like you just wasted 4,000 energy or something. Same thing with like champion training here. It is interesting for me to get a 5-star Mikage. I'm not sure because I may or may not have her already, but I don't feel it gonna help me because I would still have to fight for first, okay? It doesn't mean that I made 20,000 points and I get the souls. So I feel like go on that fight and then maybe lose for like 10 points compared to the other player. Really not worth it. Not gonna be going crazy about it. I rather actually use energy and go for your Ascension tournament, okay? Because I can get a lot more. And the funniest, I'm just side note with you guys. So my side note is I kind of struggle on Sand Devil in here, just a little bit. I need to build my Sand Devil team in a certain way, and I really don't run enough Sand Devil to argue to do it. But Photon Shogun, yeah, I can go all the way to 25, and I feel a lot of people feel it's like harder. Phantom Shogun, the thing is not harder, you just have to have Awakened Champions. You can probably beat stage 25 with all rare, okay, as long as they have like 6-star souls on that. That's it. But yeah, so basically guys, managing resource very hard, and the most because usually right before fusions or anything, let's say they will have like a 2x event. It's 2x chances and double legendary in the same day, and you go like, yes, that's when I'm gonna get my new legendary, and you just burn all your shards, and then 2 days later. Alright, fusions, so time to open your shards again. So, that's the problem. I usually avoid those unless I'm like, you know what, I have enough. I have extra resources today. So, yeah, I'll go for it. But just something you shouldn't be doing all the time. So yeah, those are the 5 biggest mistakes I feel new players make on Raid Shadow. You guys have any mistakes you made that you think are worse? Or maybe a friend made and you're just asking for them? Yeah, let me know in the comments. Like I said, those are the mistakes I made in a lot of times. And I heard other people making as well, so I decided to cover that. Anyway, guys, really appreciate you all to being here. And as always, I'll see you in the game.